In this video, I'll give you a step-by-step guide on how to get the best out of RunwayML's text-to-image to video generator. First, in this video, we'll be making a movie. So first things first, you're going to need visuals for what your movie is going to be. For this example, I'll be using ChatGPT's 3.5, but if you have 4, you're going to go good with that. Go to ChatGPT and just type in generate 3 visuals for a movie scene that I am making her do any. Okay, so here it gave us 3 visuals for the 3 concepts for a movie scene. You can either select any one of these 3. And for this example, we're gonna go for the Enchanted Forest one. The prompt that gave the first visual of the Enchanted Forest concept scene is that a dense mystical forest filled with towering ancient trees, bathed in the soft afterglow of moonlight. So first things first, you're going to need a picture. For that, you can use any one of your favorite image generators, whether that's Midjourney, Adobe Firefly, or RunwayML's own text to image generator. For this, just simply just copy the prompt that ChatGPT gave us, and I'll be using Midjourney for this example, and just type imagine and boom, just paste the prompt. For this, we're just gonna do a few changes in the prompt. Firstly, we're gonna add aspect ratio parameter, which is for this video we'll be doing a 16:9. After that, we're also going, as we want Midjourney to stick relatively closely to our prompt rather than adding some creativity, we're gonna just say style raw. Click enter. After that, go back again to ChatGPT. The second visual for our movie concept is a serene clearing in the center of the forest where fireflies dance around a tranquil pond, creating a magical ambience. Simply do it again. Just copy the prompt. Boom. Go to Midjourney / imagine. Copy paste the prompt for this. Now, basically, we're just gonna change a prompt structure of ChatGPT of the prompt here, where just remove magical ambience and add magical waves, and we're gonna go again the aspect ratio parameter, which is 16:9, and style raw, because we don't want Journey to just give us its own creativity and stay away from the prompt. Enter. After that, I just follow the process again. Go to ChatGPT, copy paste the prompt. For this last visual for our movie concept scene is the protagonist illuminated by a faint glow of a firefly stands at the edge of the pond, captured by the enchanting beauty of the forest. Now, we do know that this protagonist, you're going to have to add the protagonist description, which we will / imagine again and copy paste. Now, for this protagonist, we want our protagonist to be a red-haired assassin. We want our description of the protagonist that I described as a red-haired assassin, but you can just go for anyone you like. Again, we're just gonna add the parameters 16:9 and parameters again AR 16:9 and style raw. If we look back to our previously generated pictures, so I kind of like the number 1 variant, so we're gonna upscale that. And for the second visual, I like the third variant, so we're gonna upscale that as well. Okay, so head over to RunwayML now and head over to RunwayML and select text to image video generator. So basically, you're not going to first download the picture from Midjourney and then gonna go to assets and upload your picture. First, that's too long, and secondly, it downscales the image quality a little bit. So what you're going to do instead, you're gonna just click on the picture, open on browser, then you're just gonna drag this same picture into RunwayML's image to video generator, and boom, simple, done, and our pictures is uploaded. First, basically, you're going to turn down the interpolate and upscale, because they really don't work. They really don't go what they're meant for. So I personally have generated better results by turning interpolate and upscale down. Just add a watermark remover there. After that, for this scene, we're going to opt for zoom in camera motion. So just go to camera motion and 1 would do fine here. I just save and click generate. Back to our second visual picture. So we're gonna again open in the browser. So for our second visual, just click on the picture, open in browser, and do the same thing for this one as well. Copy paste, drag and paste, and click generate. So meanwhile this is going on, let's look at how our third visual is doing. Okay, so basically we can also do this. So if we remix this, and if I only for the sake of testing remove style raw, we're gonna see what results it actually generates. Click submit. Okay. So meanwhile, my journey is generating the picture. Go back to ChatGPT, and now we're going to opt for a soundtrack which suits our movie concept. So we're gonna just say to ChatGPT, I choose one. ChatGPT also tells you what soundtrack to suits your movie, your ad creative better. So just tell him which option you chose out of the first 3, and just tell me what soundtrack suits best. Okay, so basically it gave us 5 soundtrack options which, for example, is should be a melody, a natural sound, and chimes or bell sound, which is gonna suit our video, our movie better. So just select any one of these. I'm gonna go for gentle strings and harp. Gentle strings and harp, we got it. If we go back to RunwayML, our first visual has been generated. Okay, so it's giving us a motion of zoom in, and it's also giving us that night and scary and that evil and that unnatural feeling from the movie as well. So basically, our first visual has been generated, and it's giving us that creepy, that night vibe of something is going to go wrong, and we're just about to get hit with something. So I kind of like the number, kind of like number one. If we go back to number two, okay, so it did add motion in here, and it went for a zoom in. So so for this, let's choose a zoom out and a little up, a little vertical as well. Click save and click generate. If we go back to Midjourney, we can see the image that is generated, and you can see how big of a difference there really is when you add the parameter style raw and you don't add the parameter style raw. It likely and closely sticks up with the prompt if you add style raw, but don't, then it just mix and matches with it as well. And we can even argue that if we don't add the parameter style raw, it kind of stays away from our protagonist, like she's very far away. We can't even see her. In this, we can even see, we can visualize her head, the length of the hair as well. So this time we're gonna upscale number one, and we're gonna do the same for this as well. Open in browser. For this, we're gonna choose for more of a pan towards the left, towards the right. Sorry. So this time we're gonna choose for this scene, we're gonna choose the motion for to a little pan towards the right, and how about a little roll in there as well, for fun's sake. Click generate, and our video is generating. But before that, let's look at the second visual that is generated for our second variant. Okay, okay, kind of like this one. It's giving us that night concept, and it's getting, in the end, it's getting closely linked to how dim the lighting is getting in the first scene and in the second scene. So kind of like this one. So we're just gonna download this as well, and we're gonna download this as well. After that, as our second visual is doing, now you can either select for your video editing software. I highly recommend using RunwayML's. Now for your video editing software, I highly recommend using RunwayML's own video editor. But if you use Premiere Pro or Microsoft Clipchamp, you can either opt for that as well. If you go back to RunwayML, looking at RunwayML now, left hand side you can see as in the video editor projects. Click video editor project and just select new project, video composer, and boom, you have your own video editing here in as well. The best thing that I like about RunwayML is that you have all the assets in here, meaning you don't have to go and download them separately. You can just go here and just click on one of these assets and add to the timeline. Let's go for this one and add to timeline. For this example, I'll be, however, using Microsoft Clipchamp. You can either opt for RunwayML or Microsoft Clipchamp as well if you want to. Just basically upload your videos in here. If we look back at RunwayML's third visual that is generated, converted into a movie scene. Okay. So okay, it's giving us a little roll feature and it's panning towards the right. Okay. If you want, you can play even more with this by using Motion Brush exclusive beta feature of Motion Brush, where you can just paint the character, and based on that you can either move it and use some ambient noise, and when as well as you're controlling the motion of the painted area of the picture that you just painted. Click save and then generate again. Going back, let's go to Clipchamp and let's start editing our videos. Drag these on the timeline and okay, just adjust these.
Just try to get into
Now head over to Pixabay, another of your liking of soundtrack music. Pixabay is the reason I'm using Pixabay is because it's completely free to use. Just send your clicks to Pixabay and just in the search bar write nature. Click enter and choose any one of your liking. For this, I'll go for, let's go for cinematic documentary and drag it on the timeline. Okay. Okay, looks pretty good. If we go back to RunwayML, our visual has been generated, converted into a video, and the girl is actually moving, as you can see for yourself. So basically, I like this variant, so we're gonna download this one. Go to Clipchamp, up, drag it on the timeline. A 3-second visual short movie has been generated here, and the final results are astounding. Thanks for watching till the very end, guys. Just don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. See you.